Hey y'all, I got a question. Does this make me an eclectic bait maker? Is that a bad thing? It's kind of a question I'm pondering on as I look at this mess. Be right back and talk some old school bait building and fishing and other stuff like that. Because I do old school. Well, I don't do anything very well, but I'll be right back. So it's Easter Sunday. I've been working in the restaurant most of the morning. I tried to go to sunrise service this morning, kind of failed with that. A little disappointing. Churches around here kind of share it. It moves around every year, and I couldn't really figure out where it was at. Kind of strange. I went down to the creek. Down the road here ways there's a bridge out. I went down to that creek and watched it as it came up an inch a minute. A lot of rain going on. I did some meditating and some praying and just thanking the Lord for the things we don't thank Him for every day. So I did that part. Didn't get my soul revitalized like I probably should, but it ain't that bad. So, speaking of rain, we're back to the rain. What it is, Lord willing, I'm going to be fishing next couple days. I practice tomorrow in Lake of the Ozarks and fish this Angry Pirate series. This Tuesday deal we do. It's a lot of guides, a lot of hot rods show up for. And one thing, I have done a miserable job the last 2 years in fishing. With all this rain, I'm planning that we're going to have some water coming in. I mean, the creeks around here are absolutely starting to come up. Like I said, an inch a minute while going. I'm afraid if I stayed there very much longer, I've been drowning through water getting out. I marked the spot. I couldn't believe how fast that water was coming up. So obviously there'll be some color coming in Lake of the Ozarks, which I like colored water. But muddy, red, clay water is tough to catch fish in. So hopefully somewhere in between the super clear stuff and the mud, it'll be something I can fish. I started this actually 2 days ago, making some baits up just to handle that situation. Now, I did a video a couple weeks ago where I caught some pretty good bass on a big spinner bait. I call it a thumper bait. That was nothing compared to these. Actually, this one here, that's a number 7 and a number 8 Colorado. Okay, that is the real deal right there. That thing's gonna hurt to fish with. They don't necessarily make noise; they make vibration. I think I'm gonna want some vibration. Besides the fact that this time of year, big fish are turned on by big spinner baits. So I'm gonna get some dirty water and to work on that. Again, spinnerbait don't make noise. Not technically, the blades move with the water. They make vibration. That being said, wait a minute. I need to do a video on this one. This is a bait that I make. I gotta hide it. This one makes some noise. We'll talk about that maybe someday. So that's my plan. Hopefully, again, Lord willing, don't tell him what you're wanting to do because he'll change your mind. I'm going to go to Lake of the Ozarks in the morning and look for some fish that I can catch. Also, this video I did yesterday, a lot of folks made comments about my new boat. I said in the video, that's my buddy's boat, my neighbor Jeremy. My boat's still in the shop. Fine-tuning the motor, had some injector issues, and these guys are going to make sure this thing's right before I take her out first time. I'm going to do an Optimax video, matter of fact, about all the things that people have had problems with them over the years and why so many of them ain't the motor's problems. Plus some stuff they've come up with to make the motor work better. Interesting stuff I didn't hear about. I'll know now with this new motor, and hopefully it's going to work out for me, but it's not ready yet, and I just get through this next couple of days and Jeremy get his boat back. Oh, he finished third in that tournament yesterday off, and some of them fish I found did help him a little bit. They caught some good ones. They finished third, 18 pounds, I think he said he had. So what about this dirty water? There's a jerk baits and crank baits. A lot of jerk baits. Look at all them jerk baits. More down there. A box full right there. I'm even painting some spinnerbait blades. I don't have any red or orange blades, so I'm even painting some spinnerbait blades. I can do about anything, even if I don't do it right. So, my plan for tomorrow and Tuesday, a week ago, before the rain, before it was to fish dirty water, I have struggled and struggled and struggled. And I don't know. Randy did a video yesterday, and I've talked about this before. It's nothing new about how the fishing's changed. And I keep getting on to myself and I'm no good anymore. Now, there are some people, I got a friend of mine who catches them regular without any technology. He's just better than I am. He's got more stuff going for him. But I have really struggled to make the fishing work in any sort of clear water. Nothing solid. Nothing I put together over and repeat. Where I went to Truman Lake the other day. Maybe Truman's better. I don't think so. The Lake Ozark still produces bigger strings across the board, even for the non-radar guys. I went to dirty water, which most of the lake was dirty. I went to the right kind of stuff, like I did 30 and 40 years ago, and it worked. And I could duplicate it. I got to where I could call the fish within a few feet, few yards the most. No, a few feet I could call the fish. That would have been a cool video. I didn't want to hurt those fish. That would have been a cool video because I could tell you within a couple of 5 feet where a fish would be, and almost every time there'd be one there. That's the confidence thing that I used to have that I've kind of got blowed out this last couple of years on this clear water fishing. I haven't been going to dirty water. These tournaments are lower in the lake, and there's a limited amount of stained water right there by the ramp. It gets pounded, beat up, and I've done my share of it too. And once in a while, a strain comes out of it. One tournament was won there last year. One of our Angry Pirate tournaments was won there. But mostly, it's a limited area, and it just, I don't know. Tired of not weighing in fish. I've zeroed almost half the tournaments I fished down there now. That's pretty sad. Zeroed. We can catch 12-inch Kentuckys in these tournaments. Of course, I'm not fishing for them. So I had made the decision no matter what I was going to run. Now, I haven't been making any runs because my old boat. Boat runs great. I trust it. The motor checks out good, but dadgummit, y'all, it's expensive, and I'm tight. I'm frugal. We got this economy going on right now that ain't changed in 3 years. Maybe got a little bit worse, and I can't afford to spend $60, $70 a day on fuel. I can't believe I used to do that. I did it every day sometimes. My buddy's boat's got the 4-stroke on it. My new motor is an Optimax. Way better fuel economy than that old 2-stroke. That 4-stroke at 250, as long as you don't stay in there too hard, which I never do, will help me a bunch. I'm going to make a run. I mean, I'm running 20, 30, 40 miles to win a little bitty tournament. Yeah, you're dang right. I want to catch me a limit. Now, the conditions changing, it's going to make it weird. It may make it tough for everybody. So I'm putting together baits that look like that. Big blades, thumping stuff. I'll be doing a video about these. Big, fat crankbaits. Bigger than normal. Noisy baits. My jigs. I don't generally use rattles. I will probably have some rattles and some jigs. I found out rattles just pre-spawn have always been best for me anyway. Sometimes summertime. I'm not a big rattle guy. Matter of fact, I'm not a big noisy bait guy. I like silent jerk baits. If I could find a way to make this bait silent and not kill the suspendability of it or the action of it, ain't that pretty? Look at that thing. If I could find a way to do that. Anyway, so I'm going to do some stuff and be prepared. Because the water I was going to fish, the area, it was going to be stained anyway. Now I'm afraid it's going to be mud. So I'm going to start in the mud and I'll work my way out and try to make this happen. That's the game plan. You got to be able to move from that game plan to adjust within the plan. Sometimes you got to fly by the seat of your pants and change every few minutes to every hour. I'm on that. So anyway, been making baits. Baits are for sale now. Nothing big official. I'm still working on shipping. I have some baits ordered to sell. Basically, I'm selling out of my stock right now for crankbaits. I had 377. That's another story. A bunch of those are gone. But I still got a couple hundred baits over here. Crankbaits, square bills, the wiggle wart, rock crawler style, the jerk baits. If there's something y'all want, I'm not making any custom colors yet in those. I don't have time. I'm going to be fishing some hopefully next few months. But I will put some of these things. I may put like lots of them up, like 5 at a time, something like that. Facebook is where I'm selling stuff, but I'm not afraid to talk to y'all outside of Facebook. I hate Facebook too. OzarkTrapper@yahoo.com. That's in my link in my description of my channel. Somewhere in there. I've seen it. Ozark Trapper, one word, @yahoo.com. You got any interest? I got to pour some pumpkin seed and some watermelon hardcore wacko worms. That thing's working well. And I got to do that special order. I don't mind doing that. But as far as the hard baits, I kind of got to go with what I got right now. And I haven't even talked about selling these spinner baits. Everybody's got, you know what? The selling the bait thing is a real niche deal. And there's so many people doing it. I'm never going to try to do it for a living. I just like making baits, and I'm going to use so many of them myself. So I'm going to get on the baits. My gosh. I poured these yesterday just because I could. Piles of flipping jigs. Poured 100 flipping jigs. Got sitting there anyway, and they need to get poured up. Those hooks laying there don't do me no good. I even started on some chatterbait stuff yesterday because my buddy last fall asked me to build him some chatterbaits because he liked mine better than the Z-Man. And I don't infringe on any patents either. Oh boy. You know, I had a good day on trimming. I got my mojo going. I got some confidence. I'm going to do a video about that too. I'm going to get back on these baits. God bless y'all. Hope y'all are having a wonderful Easter. I don't know what they're planning on me the rest of the day. I've been working all morning. I'm going to work on baits for a little bit. Do some stuff for me. God bless. Y'all have a good one.